How do you begin to describe being on this set? You step on, you see the proton packs, you see the Reitmans, the Ecto-1. Like, how do you describe that, Paul?
It was always exciting. Every day there'd be something else. Like, wow, okay, today we're working with proton packs, and today I get to actually hold a ghost trap, or I see the Ecto-1, right? Like there are certain props and things in the film that, I immediately kind of step out of the actor role and fall into the fan role of just, thinking it's pretty cool seeing it in real life. And then there's the other side of that where I'm looking at it and then I turn my head and I'm looking over and seeing Jason Reitman behind the monitor sitting next to Ivan Reitman, and then Dan Aykroyd walking around. And there's this thing that makes it, in a way, kind of too overwhelming to think about, because there's a job at hand and we have to do it. We don't want to just kind of become a bundle of nerves all day.
Yeah, you have to compartmentalize and be like, okay, I'll geek out about this when I get home, but right now,
and thankfully, I think we're able to do it. You kind of have to. There have been several times where, and I think Carrie, this is probably true for Carrie as well, where we're acting with people that we just admire so much and are fans of, and you do it, and when you're doing it in the scene, you're just acting opposite who you're acting opposite in the scene. And then later on, you kind of think, oh my God, I can't believe I got to, I just got to shoot baskets with Michael Jordan, that kind of feeling.
Like Paul said, if you think about it too much, you'll get overwhelmed and you won't come to work because you're intimidated. And so what's lovely is that Jason is a very collaborative filmmaker, and he cast the film really beautifully. And there was a really lovely dynamic on set. And it didn't feel like this, it didn't feel like handing over a legacy to another generation. It felt like scene work, and it felt like family, and it felt like specific relationship dynamics between each character. So it was actually just really fun to do and really fun to work on. It didn't feel overwhelming to do those things. So for me, it just still feels surreal that that's what I was a part of. And now I have these pictures. My son was 16 months when I was on the set. So just like Jason grew up on the set of Ghostbusters, my son was on the set of the new Ghostbusters. And so I have this amazing, legacy where I'm gonna have pictures of him with the terror dog and sitting on the Ecto-1 and hanging out with the kids. And it just feels like a really palpable passing of a torch.
Given that path, they'll be directing Ghostbusters.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
So Harold Ramis' presence is felt so immensely in this film. And Paul, I was trying to figure this out last night, but you can help me. You've done, I think, 3 movies with Harold Ramis, but I couldn't tell if you guys actually crossed paths or knew each other.
I did know Harold. I was such a huge fan growing up. Obviously, the films that he's written, and being an SCTV fan. And when I met him for the first time, I was pretty nervous. And, he worked with Judd. We both worked together on Apatow's film on Knocked Up, and he played Seth's dad. We didn't have scenes together, but he was around. I met him. I got to know him a little bit. I worked for a day or two on the movie Year One that he directed, and we had done readings together. And so I got to spend a little time with him. I went out to dinner with him. He was the loveliest man, really funny, really very calm and Buddhist-like. And that's, if you look at Groundhog Day, that's Buddhism. He was a really thoughtful person, considerate, funny, and he was very forthcoming in talking about what it was like starting out, and talking about, Bill Murray and Belushi and working on Second City and all of this. And I really liked him, and working on this made me really miss him and wish that I could talk to him again, because I was just taken with him, like I think most people were who got to know him.